Welcome to another episode of Robert Report. I'm your host, Robert BOBTV Brown. In America, a man is innocent until proven guilty. And you think that you have to have a certain amount of evidence to validate guiltiness. You don't have to have a bunch of evidence to validate innocence, but you should have evidence where there is no doubt, no reasonable doubt, in order to convict a person. Case in point, Marcellus Williams. Missouri is set to execute Marcellus Williams on death row. He's a death row inmate. Despite new evidence suggesting he is innocent, they still are trying to convict this man. Watch this.
The Missouri Attorney General's office maintains Williams is guilty. Though Williams was not linked to the murder weapon, police found Gail's clothing and her husband's computer in Williams' car. In a statement, the Attorney General's office told CBS News, "We will continue to defend the judgment of the jury and the many courts that have carefully reviewed Mr. Williams' case over 16 years. In addition to first-degree murder, Williams has been convicted of burglary, assault, and attempted armed robbery."
When people say to you, "Hey, your dad was no Eagle Scout,"
Right.
what's the answer to that?
But he didn't harm, choke, slap, punch, and kill anyone.
They say Marcellus Williams' fate will now be determined by the U.S. Supreme Court judge nominated by Donald Trump. Now, this is one of the points where I get upset because we got Democrats that do not fight Trump's pick. You got Democrats who trade so Trump can get picks, tip for tap. You give me a little bit here, I give you a little bit there. I'll give you a little way, I'll support you in there, but would you support me in this? People like Chuck, or Cook, whatever you want to call him, or Shethuf, whatever his name, Schumer, who helped fast track a bunch of Trump's judges, especially in the New York region. This judge was nominated by Donald Trump, and most of Trump judges are pro-police judges. They pro-prison industrial complex judges. They are all about getting you in prisons, whether it's private, federal, state, or regional. There's profit to be made there. A death row inmate in the United States of Missouri, in the U.S. state of Missouri, is about to be executed despite new DNA evidence suggesting he is innocent. Now, remember, in the court of law, before the conviction should not be made if there's a reasonable doubt. If there's reasonable doubt, it should not be made. Now, just because somebody had a laptop or something in the car doesn't mean somebody did that. That person could have been staying the night. That person could have probably left stuff in the car. Doesn't mean that he killed that person just because he left a laptop and some clothes. Now, Mr. Williams was 48 years old, found guilty of the August 1998 murder of Elisha Gale, 42, at home in St. Louis. He was convicted and sentenced to death 3 years later. How did he get convicted to be sentenced to death? Well, you know me, I always refer to the old color. He is scheduled to be killed by lethal injection at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Now, this article came out over a year ago, so I'm going to find out that this person died. However, new evidence suggests that Williams might be innocent, as DNA found on the knife used to kill Ms. Gale does not match here. Now, that sounds familiar. The DNA on the Central Park boys, the sperm in a sock, did not match up to none of the Central Park 5 boys, but because it matched up to somebody else, they want to try to link these 5 boys to that person, and they don't even know each other. How in the world are you going to try to link them? No, you go after the person who has the actual DNA there. You don't go after the person who don't have any DNA there. But that's how they do us. Williams' lawyer have now asked the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene in the desperate final bill to stop his execution. They also appealed to Missouri's Republican governor, Eric Greitner, to grant him clemency. Good luck on that. His legal team says technology not available during the initial investigation shows DNA found on the murder weapons matches that of an unknown male and not Williams. Thank God for technology. His lawyer, Kent Gibson, told Al Jazeera, "We petitioned the court to look at the new evidence on August 14, and less than 24 hours later, they decide, based on the court files, that the execution should go ahead anyway." Well, why are you bringing up this old article? Because I'm talking about the lack of access to the justice system and the lack of true justice. You know, they say justice is black and white. We got two different justices, the black and white justices and the green justice. In other words, you got some money, it's easier for you to get off and you're guilty if you got money than a person who's innocent and don't have any money. Here in this case, this black man, they still proceeded with the evidence not attached to him. The evidence of the actual killer on the knife, the DNA did not match him, but they still gonna try to kill him anyway. Now, I don't know if I got any studies back this up, but a 9 times 10, in my own opinion, if this person was white, they would have stopped it right then and there. But because this guy have a bunch of priors, and don't get me wrong, he's no saint, but robbing and killing somebody is two different things. Burglary is two different things. Burglary and robbery is two different things. Some people ain't got the guts to rob somebody, so they'll wait till you leave out the house and break into your home. There's no physical evidence, no eyewitness that directly connects William to the murder. The DNA on the weapon wasn't his. His bloody footprint at the murder scene wasn't from William's shoe and was a different size, and the hair fibers weren't his. It was somebody else's that killed Gail, but it wasn't Williams. Supporters have also argued that Williams' lawyer during his initial trial was inundated with work and did not have enough time to prepare their case. So because they want to be lazy bummerclots, just like most prosecutors are, they don't want to do their job. They were pressed up against time and say supporters have argued that Williams' lawyer during his initial trial was inundated with work and did not have enough time to prepare their case. Who cares? You get enough time. You go to the judge and ask for more time. Something the attorney himself has admitted. The attorney admitted he didn't have enough time. The attorney admitted he was full of work. He asked for a trial to be postponed, but the court denied the request. So he did ask for more time, but the court, easy and eager to convict this person because of his previous charges, went ahead with the trial anyway. You know, oh, we finally got something we can execute somebody on. You know, we got a lot of courts that they're execution hungry. In 2015, the Missouri Supreme Court delayed Williams' execution to allow the further DNA testing. But despite the new evidence, it ruled last week that the killing should go ahead. The execution should go ahead even though you don't have no evidence. The same thing happened to Troy Davis. Williams' legal team is requesting a new hearing for his sentence to be reduced to life in prison. The case will now be heard by the U.S. Supreme Court. Neil Gorsuch, who was nominated by Donald Trump in January, served as the judge for the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, which includes Missouri. Missouri prosecutors say they have had enough evidence to show that William is guilty of murdering Gail. Now, here we are. We got the murder weapon, all the timeline, the footprints and everything don't add up to this person, but yet Missouri prosecutors say they have enough evidence to show William is guilty of murder. What freaking evidence do you got? They said he sold her laptop after the killing and confessed to the murder of 2 different people. Hey, if the man is a burglar, maybe he broke in the house and took the laptop and sold it. That's what burglars do. But it doesn't mean he killed the person. The 2 witnesses formed the core of the case against William, but his lawyers say the pair, one a cellmate, and the other one is a crack-addicted prostitute who had a relationship with Williams. Guys, you got to understand that cellmates and crackhead girlfriends will say anything to take the heat off them. Anything. Because you might throw me in jail for being a crackhead. You might be harassing me. You might put charges on me and tell me I'm going to be joining him in jail. And as a cellmate, I need a reduced sentence. So if I can put something on this dude, I'd rather have this guy go to get executed if I can get free. No need for him to get executed and me stay in the jail. At least I can stay and get out of jail, and they're still going to execute him. The crackhead prostitution had a relationship with Williams. They were motivated by the financial reward offered by Mrs. Gale family to anyone with information leading to a conviction. Both reportedly received money after the trial. So they had put out there that if we can get a conviction, and we got information leading to a conviction, if we got information leading to a conviction, in other words, the point of this case is to convict somebody, not to see if they're innocent, not to see if they're guilty. The point was, we need to get a conviction. Innocent or guilty or not, let's convict this dude. And as you can see, he is innocent, and they're still trying to convict him. Both reportedly received money after the trial. The cellmate and the crackhead. Maybe they got together once he got out of jail. Williams supporters also highlighted the racial inequality in the United States that means black defendants are much more likely to be sentenced to death than white defendants, and it is true whether you like it or not, especially if the victim is white. And it is true whether you like it or not. I mean, you kill a black person, whatever. I mean, you just helping us. You know, white supremacy, and white supremacists, they don't mind that. You helping them do their job without them actually doing the job. So black on black is not a big deal. But when you mention black on white, we can't have that. We can't have that. Oh no, we can't have that. No, not here. I mean, I don't care if you kill each other, but kill one of no. Miss Lucy? Oh no. The pool of poolside jurors in Williams' trial included 7 African Americans, but all but one were blocked by prosecution, leaving a jury that is consisted of 11 white people and just 1 black man. Let me repeat that again. The pool of possible jurors in Williams' trial included 7 African Americans, but all but one were blocked by prosecution. All but one was blocked by prosecution. I guess you got to get a little, affirmative action going on. That left the jury with 11 white people and 1 black, despite almost half of St. Louis inhabitants are being black. So in other words, he didn't get a jury of his peers. He got a select jury to hang him dry. I mean, you think about it. You got 7 African Americans and 1 were approved. In that court, there are 11 white people and 1 black man in a city that's primarily black. You guys understand this. I've been dealing with legal service, legal protection, legal coverage for over 10 years. I fight tooth and toenail just to tell people to look at a program that could put you in a position where you can have better outcome when situation like this happens. This man, every man in America, and we've gotten far away from this, is innocent till proven guilty. In other words, he's innocent, clean as a whistle. All you got is opinion, but right now he's innocent. Until you prove he did the job, you got nothing. Just because somebody got somebody's laptop doesn't mean they killed somebody. You know how many people steal laptops and sell them? How do you know he didn't sell that off some brokey on the street? How do you know somebody didn't break it? Even though, how do you know he didn't break in there and stole a laptop or stole it from a coffee shop, or maybe she left it, or whatever? He got into her car and stole it. Doesn't mean he killed. And when they look at the evidence, none of it pointed to him. And when it come to the prosecution, they still wanted to pursue to kill this man, probably because of his priors. One less nigga, we got to worry about that, buddy. He got priors. And we're going to fabricate something on this dude to get him locked up. So you got a bunch of priors, you let him go. Of course, you're looking for him to return back to prison. All of a sudden, he got somebody's laptop. That person dies, and you just assume that he killed. Even after fabricating a rigged jury that will never have been in his favor, no jury of his peers, and when I say jury of his peers, mostly black, some whites, his age, maybe close to his occupation. You got 11 white people, and you turn down most of the blacks to serve in the court in a heavily black area. That is not coincidence. Yet here's the evidence, none of it linked to him, and you still want to pursue this guy. Now let me go back and see and get an update. All right, so this is an update. This is from June 1st, 2018. It said Missouri governors leave office without grand pardon to death row inmate Marcellus Williams. So I guess he's still in the jail, but instead of pardoning him, and he should be pardoned for this crime, they can't convict him on the burglary and stuff because he already did the time for that. But they want to convict him on this crime. Missouri governor took the rare steps last year of staying the execution of a death row inmate and announcing the creation of a 5-person panel to look at the case. Thank you for delaying it, Governor, but there's nothing to look at. The man is innocent. But with Eric Graydon resigning in disgrace and leaving office Friday, supporters of convicted killer Marcellus Williams, 49, was scrambling to figure out whether that board inquiry would ever meet. It had been scheduled to meet Tuesday, but an attorney for Williams' team said they had been notified the meeting was canceled. Williams supporters remained hopeful, but on Friday learned his name was not included on a clemency and pardon list released by Graydon's office before the governor signed. Why? Because Graydon is not fair on the blacks. Graydon decided to issue 5 pardons and commute 4 sentences before leaving his position. And here we are. We got a man that's innocent of his crime, no evidence. Let's say this. There's no evidence to convict this guy. There's reasonable doubts, all kind of doubts. He commutes and pardons men and women sentenced for crimes ranging from DWI to capital murder. Each of the people on this list has a story to tell, and I look forward to each of them having a chance to do it. Graydon's office said in a statement, each of them has overcome injustices, and many have overcome abuse. Each of them has something to give to the state and to the world. And not Mr. Williams? And not Mr. Williams. Oh, I get it. Big bald head black brother with the beard. Kind of look like me, right? The NAACP, a group who I appreciate in the past, haven't been doing much lately, was one of the groups that asked Graydon to commute Williams' sentence before departing office. The NAACP has long been opposed to the death penalty in any case because it is cruel, inhumane, and unnecessary punishment that has been applied in racial dispirited manner. However, above and beyond these general problems, there are compelling reasons to spare Mr. Williams' life, NAACP President Derek Johnson said earlier. Lieutenant Governor Mike Parson will replace Graydon. Williams was convicted in the death of Felicia Gell, 42, a former reporter for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch newspaper, who was stabbed 43 times inside her home in August 1998. The newly acquired evidence showed Williams' DNA was not found on the murder weapon. Williams' lawyer said, though DNA from another male was found. That evidence was not available when Williams went to trial in 2001. Why? Because we didn't have technology. Court documents said Williams maintained his innocence and said he was convicted on the testimony of individuals who were themselves convicted felons. Crackhead and cellmate did a testimony, and that's how they convict him. Crackhead and cellmate. Sound like a television sitcom. Crackhead and cellmate. They're going to listen to that conviction to get this man convicted. The State Attorney General office said a new DNA evidence does not show that Williams is innocent. How come, State Attorney General? The man is innocent until proven guilty, and you have nothing to prove him guilty except a crackhead and a cellmate who could fabricate all this stuff just to get that reward money that the family was putting out, just to get a conviction. Other evidence include a laptop belonging to the victim's husband, which Williams sold and police recovered, and some of the victim's personal items, which police found in the trunk of the car William drove, according to the court documents. So then convict him for stealing. Still had nothing to do with who killed. I stole a pack of Franks from the grocery store. So if the grocery store manager get killed, you gonna arrest me for his murder because I stole a pack of Franks? Get out of here with that stuff. William got picked up about 3 weeks after Gail was killed on unrelated charges. His cellmate from the time, Henry Cole and Laura Saul Williams, his girlfriend, testified to the state saying Williams told them separately that he killed Gail, according to the documents filed by the state attorney general. So you're going to still have this man in jail based on he say, she say. So this brother's still locked up based on a crackhead's testimony and a cellmate testimony. Not understanding that there's a motive for somebody to lie in the testimony. Cash reward if it leads to conviction. Possible early release. Especially if the crackhead end up in jail and the cellmate in that jail. Give us something here, buddy. Not only will we give you some reward money for convicting this person, but we'll probably reduce your sentence, maybe let you go. Who's going to turn that down? And look, racist people don't talk like that. Racist people talk just like I talk. This is a clear case of racism in the justice system. Here it is, the judge getting ready to leave and he pardoned everybody from stealing cotton candy and murdering people. Yet this guy has been proven through DNA. The DNA evidence is not there for him. Not on the scene of the crime. All they got is a laptop and 2 convicts' testimony. And they want to railroad this man and try to execute him over that. Really? But that's the two-tier system that we have. Either you have money, where you can buy justice, and if you killed somebody and you got enough money, you can get off, versus the person who don't have money, he goes to jail because he don't have the proper way of defending himself. And then you got black and white injustices. You black, you're going to go through the hoops more than the white man. All these people got pardoned. Wonder how many of them were black. I pray for my brother. I pray a miracle happen. I pray he get released. And I pray that he change his life so he don't go back to burgling. Because that's what got him in that situation in the first place. Who knows where he got that laptop from? Somebody he know could have went in, broke in their house and killed that woman and sold him that laptop. They automatically assume that he broke in the house, killed that woman, and took the house. Why would I go break into a house and kill somebody just to take a freaking laptop? I'm getting everything out that house that I can put in my vehicle. Especially when I might go to jail for it. Guys, you got to use your common sense justice system. And guys, we really, really got to push for somebody in office that's going to fix this mess. Not somebody that created this mess, Joe Biden. The man is innocent to proven guilty. I don't care if it's Trump. Some of you act like that don't apply to him. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. You're not guilty until you prove you're innocent. But most of y'all, including myself, I've done it before, already showed somebody guilty before the evidence come out. Well, you're guilty and you're going to have to prove you're innocent. That's not how it works in the United States. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. Now, while you're at it, check the link below. Go to ejforall.com and learn about the legal protection program that we have there. Anybody who become a member, you get access to the Patreon channel that I'm still working on, to some extra goodies. More important, I just want you to protect yourself legally. This is not a situation you want to be in. This man could still lose his life. The governor, the lieutenant governor could care less about freeing this guy. They pardoned everybody from under the sun but him. And this new person, the NAACP, the only time they get involved when it lifts up their profile. And again, a man is innocent until proven guilty. And right now, they don't have proof that he's guilty. All they got is the testimony of a crackhead and a cellmate and a laptop being in his car. Of her husband's, not hers. American justice. Isn't it beautiful? I'm Rob Brown with the Rob Report. I'll at you later. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching that episode of the Rob Report. Before you go now, I need you to do two things for me. First thing, I want you to like the video if you liked it. Second thing, I want you to share it all across social media. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Stop and do it. As Jimmy Dore says sometimes, you think you're subscribed, or you go check and find out you're not subscribed. So make sure you check that you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I put a new content out. I'm not a fan of Super Chat, so if you plan on giving to the efforts of Bob TV, make sure you do that through Bob TV NYC at paypal.me. Anybody who want to have free access to my Patreon channel, I'm trying to save you money on your cable bill. I ran into a program that I think everybody can afford, and everybody should have, and that link is down there below. 5,000 plus channel, best sports package, and the best premium TV, and even international channels, and you can access this all over the world. Go ahead and check that out, get your free trial, and if you decide to support, become members of those two services, we'll go ahead and give you full access to the Patreon channel, and there's no cost to it. So my name is Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Thank you for watching. I'll holler at you later. Peace.